Hi guys, this is Mr. Richard. In this video, we are going to work with November paper 1, question 6, right? Those are the remaining questions that we haven't answered in our November paper 1, 2022, grade 12, right? So we are looking at financial mathematics in this video. So at 6.1, 12,000 was invested in a fund that paid an interest at M% per annum, compounded quarterly. After 24 months, the value of the investment was 13,459. Determine the value of M. Actually, we are looking for the interest rate. So it is the one that is missing. Without wasting time, let's put this into practice. Note that our present value was given as 12,000. That was the amount that was invested in that fund. Then our interest rate, that was M%. So since remember, percentage means you divide by 100. So in this case, you're going to divide by 100. Since it's compounded quarterly, we are also going to multiply by 4. So in this case, you're going to get 4m all over 400. Then let's look at the period. The period, they said, after 24 months, the value of the investment was 13,459. 24 months is the same as 2 years. So when it's compounded, it's going to be 8. Right? So what is missing? It's this m. So we are since it's compounded, we are going to use a compound formula. A is equals to A is equals to P, open the bracket, 1 plus I to the power of n, where our amount is 13,459 and our present value is 12,000. Our interest rate, it's m all over 400 divided by 8. Okay, so we are solving for m actually in this case. So we are going to divide both sides by 12,000. Our aim, the reason of dividing by 12,000, it's to make m the subject. So this and this, they will cancel. What are we having? When you divide 13,459, note guys that you mustn't round off your answer in the middle of the step. You will only round off your answer, your final answer. Right, so it's 13,459 divided by 12,000. That is 1,121,58333, right? Equated to 1 plus m all over 400 divided by 8. So to get rid of this 8, we are going to 8 root both sides. So we are going to say 8 root both sides. Similarly, even here, we are going to do the same thing so that we get rid of 8 and 8. So we are left with 8 root 1,125,83333. Then we are going to transpose 1 to the left hand side. It will change the sign. It will be a minus 1 equated to m all over 400. So we'll go to 6.2 after this. Let's work out this first. So we can multiply both sides by 400 in this case. Multiply both sides by 400. Going to multiply both sides by 400 so that we get rid of a fraction. This and this, they cancel. Then let's punch our calculator. When you punch our calculator, 8 root, when you say 8 root as well as 1,121583333 subtracted by 1. Remember, we start with 400. 400 multiplied by 8 root 1,125 blah 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 subtracted by 1. Then the solution will be 5,784,087, but corrected to decimal place, it will be 5,78%. So that's how you can work out 6.1. So this question was 4 marks. Right, let's take a look at 6.2. On the 31st January 2022, Tino deposited 1,000 into an account that paid an interest at 7.5%, compounded monthly. She continued depositing 1,000 on the last day of every month. She will make the last deposit on the 31st December 2022. Will Tino have sufficient funds in the account on the 1st January 2023 to buy a computer that costs 13,000? Justify your answer by means of an appropriate calculation. That's also 4 marks. So in this question requires us to prove actually that Tino will be able to buy this computer or not. If it's not, but we'll justify that by means of calculations. Let's put this into practice. Since Tino will need 13,000, that means it's a future value. It's a future value formula that we will need, because it's the money that he will need in future so that he will be able to buy that computer. So we are going to use a future value formula. So we are going to say 1 plus I to the power of n divided by I. Right. You must know, remember that Tino deposited 1,000 every month for a period of 12 months, right? Okay, from January to December. So we are having 1,000 as a monthly payment, then 1 plus our I. So that was 7.5. So when 7.5 divided by 100, definitely that will give you 0.075 divided by 12, since it's compounded monthly for a period of 12 months. So okay, that's the period. Our I is 0.75 divided by 12. So from here we are going to punch our calculator. Let's punch our calculator and see what are we getting. Using our calculator, we are going to have 12,412. Since we are going to round off our final answer, it will be 12,412, 22 rand, right? So this is what we are going to have. We are going to have 12,421, 22 rand. So will Tino have sufficient funds in the account on January 2023 to buy a computer that costs 13,000? Our solution is that no, Tino will not have such money to buy that computer, because there's still a shortage in that money. So let's go to 6.3. At 6.3, Thabo plans to buy a car that costs 250,000. She will pay a deposit of 15% and take out a loan for the balance. The interest on the loan is 13% per annum, compounded monthly. Calculate the value of the loan. How many marks is that? That's 1 mark. So the value of the loan will be 15% of 250. You guys, you should be very careful in these questions, because they are kind of tedious. So that's why you should read and understand, read to understand. So it will be a 15% of what is left here when we say 250. So it will be 250 multiplied by 15% of this. So what is 15% of 250? Let's just say 250 multiplied by 15%. 15% of 250, that's 37, and 37,500. Yes, 37 and 500. So what can we do there? So meaning that we are going to say 250,000 subtracted by 37,500, which is the 15% of this. What are we going to get there? When we say, take your calculator there, 250 subtracted by 37 and 500, we get 212 and 500. So it's going to be 212 and 500. So that's the value of the loan. That's the value of the loan. So we are going to 6.3.2. At 6.3, 3.2, the first repayment will be made 6 months after the loan has been granted. The loan will be repaid over a period of 6 years after it has been granted. Calculate the monthly installment. So since it's a loan, guys, you should remember that we are using a present value formula. But first thing first, let's work out the first statement. It says the first repayment will be made 6 months after the loan has been granted. Remember, this value of the loan was gaining interest while it was not being paid. So the payments were made for a period of 5 months. Why I say 5 months? It is because at T6 or at the 6th month, the person stopped. Tabo stop paying the amount, the interest. The interest. So it will be, our period will be 5. Be very, very careful when it comes to these questions. Right, so let's put this into practice. So to get, we are going to use take note of that first statement. So we are going to use a present value formula. So that amount is being compounded. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to use the value of 212 and 500. 1 plus that's 0.13 divided by 12, since it's compounded monthly, for a period of 5 months, not 6, because at the 6th month you stop. So remember that this amount you're calculating will be the present value when you're working out the monthly payment for the second statement, right? So that will be 212 and 500. So we are going to we are going to have 1 plus, not this, plus 0.13 divided by 12 to the power of 5. What are we getting there? We are getting 224,262. So the solution is 224, 262, and 262, 5254. Right, remember we round off our final answer. So this is the same as our PV, the present value, 224,262,52 and 54. So since we are looking for the monthly installment, remember that the present value formula states that X will be 1 plus I to the power of minus n there, divided by I. Our aim is to make X the subject, so we are going to multiply both sides by I. So we are going to have PVI divided by this, the brackets there, so we are going to have 1 plus I to the power of negative n. Other way, we're making X the subject. So to make life easier, we are going to take 224 and 262, 5254. Remember, we'll round off our final answer. So multiply by 0.13 divided by 12. Here it's gonna be 1 plus the interest, which is 0.13 divided by 12. Then it goes to the years that we need to do. Remember that they said the loan will be repaid over a period of 6 years after it has been granted. So if it's 6 years, it's going to be 6 multiplied by 12 subtracted by that 5 years. So we are going to have, in other words, here we are going to have 67, because we are going to say 6 times 12, which is the same as 72, subtracted by 5, which is the same as 67. Then put the bracket there. So without wasting time, let's calculate our X value. Let's put this into calculator and see what are we getting. Using our calculator, we are going to get 4,000. Our solution will be 4,000. So this is our solution at the end. Yes, this is the last solution. So in this case, we are going to have 4,724,96. right, we're going to have, that's the solution. We are going to have 4,724.96. That's the monthly payment that Thabo will pay. So hope you find this video useful, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Let's grow the channel, let's keep watching, let's share. Remember, we love you. See you on our next video, where we are going to look at question 10. After that, we are tackling paper 2, November 2022. All the best.